Peace. Lord. First and foremost, hopefully the Most High House shall bless your day. By His mercies you are consumed. We're alive in the Most High House shall's body, too. We're naturally alive. And I want to get into this, man, because honestly, I want to get into this, man, because this scripture we're gonna hit the first in this aspect, because we're gonna go through it how honestly how our purpose, man, just like we just talked about Adam, and Eve, in the previous video that we did, but this is how when we read Genesis 2, this is how Adam had dominion and rule before Eve got in the picture, just like the first Adam did, the second Adam did, man, honestly. But that's goes to show you that our purpose as, honestly, especially men, always comes first. That's the Most High House. Then that's it. It's the Most High House, the Father and Son, the Most High Christ. Then it's your purpose. That's what comes before anything gets before anything else, man. But I was reading Proverbs 31 real quick, man. And of course, this lines up with judge not according to appearance, and 1 Samuel 16:7, and Ecclesiastes 11:2, and all these other places. But let's look at this in this aspect, because it says this. We're gonna look at this in this aspect, man, because it's going to let's go First Kings real quick. First Kings chapter 2 verse 2. It says, I go all the way to earth, but be strong, therefore, and trusting in the Most High House as everlasting strength. And shield thyself like a man, and keep the charge of the Lord thy God. Walk in his ways, keep his statutes and his commandments, his judgment, his testimony. And as is written in the law of Moses, a law and testimony, that thou mayest prosper in whatever thou doest, whatsoever thou turn thyself. So see, that's what it is, man. That's what a true hallmark of a man is, honestly. Honor and faith in the Most High Yahshua, honor, integrity, loyalty, all these things, this benevolence, compassion, all these other things, structure, order, all these things that compel an actual man, honestly, what you stand for, honestly. That's just is what it is, man. But Proverbs chapter 31 verse 30. We're going to look at this in this aspect. It says, favor is deceitful, beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. So see that, and that woman is not always talking about natural woman too. But yeah, but notice how it says beauty is vain. So see that's very key, man. Because let's go into this, man, too. Because this goes into even on our outside tip, on a natural tip in life, man. Honestly, too. This in regular life too, man. That's why, as Ella Cool J said, and the brother of Chronicles of Jude used to say, or even men that had told you brothers, even sisters, even some sisters said this. Even brother, shout out to that brother. He sent me a reel the other week or last week of us. Even more sisters. This is even for the sisters too in this aspect, because because our what you call them, our the righteous woman in the Bible, our foremothers, they even had this mindset, man. Really, a testament of the man is his relationship with the Most High Yahushua, man. Even I was watching a brother send me a firstborn, and he was, I don't know what clip he said he saw, but they asked the men the question, well, okay, what's a man's purpose, or what defines a real man? And all the brothers answered saying, oh, you have provide and protect for this and that, but for women or children, things of that nature. But the women said, it's his his relationship with the Most High House, his relationship with the Lord or God, man, honestly. And that was right, man, too. And honestly, sisters, man, that's what it is. That's what the testament, even outside the word too, is a real or actual man is his his purpose, man. It's even, you got some sisters that actually kind of understand that, man, because even our ancestors, our foremothers understood that, because really that's what it's about, honestly, because they're not gonna that's where that that song came on the other day. The Jaheim put that woman first, came on the other day. And actually too, even a godly woman, actually, even a woman, even outside the scriptures, right? Even a woman with sense would know, because there's some women out there that know that, you're not supposed to put me first. Your purpose is supposed to come first. Then all that stuff is addition to that. Women, your wife and the family, stuff like that. Because like what are you like what if that was going tomorrow? So what's your purpose after that, man? It's the Most High house. What is after that? Because that stuff can be going tomorrow. So that's why that's not the real testament of it, man. That stuff is like part of it that's acquired, but that's not it, man. It's really just of the Most High house shop, man. So yeah, man, that's just what it is with that, man. But it says, "Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised." So see, exactly, man. So see, let's go get this, man, because beauty is vain, and that even outside that, like chasing, or like women and all this other stuff, or your own will, your own pleasures, man. Because we're gonna get this, because this is in the law, honestly, you know. Let me get Deuteronomy 32 real quick, man, because it says beauty is vain, let's grab this too. Just walk with the Most High house shot. That's not a vain thing. This is life and death right here, honestly, man. Like that's what it is. That's why Peter says, make it call an election sure, or like your house shall say, give us today our daily bread, not just like food and raiment and clothing and all these other things, but the word, honestly, this that's is what it is. Do it. That's why the word, a bunch of scriptures say, do this daily, like seek the Lord daily, honestly, man, because Sirach 5 and 7 goes into that, man, seek him daily, or like Baruch goes into seek him, like as it was your mind to go straight from Most High house, I seek them 10 times more. So that's just is what it is, man. So let's get Deuteronomy chapter 32 verse 47. For it is not a vain thing for you, because it is your life. See that? What we just said. Through this thing ye shall prolong your days in the land, whether ye go over whether ye go over to Jordan and possess it. Exactly, man. So this is your life. This is not a vain thing, honestly. But beauty is vain. It's not only that, like a natural one, but that beauty can be like your own will, your own desires, your own pleasures, even the whore of Babylon, all these other things that are vain, man. Because let's get to Psalms real quick, man. Because in that aspect, we can be heathen, man. And what does he ultimately heathen is godless, honestly. That's why we're gonna hit that in second address, man. So that's why the Most High Yahshua, comes first, man. That's, and we're gonna get that in Ecclesiastes too. Yeah, we're gonna bounce around a little bit. Psalm chapter 2 and verse 1, it says, "Why do heathen rage and the people imagine vain things?" So see that? Yeah, that beauty, that your own will, your own desires, your own pleasures, even whatever the vices is, man. It could be lust is not always just with women. It could be money, money, power, attention, fame, drugs or eating or food or whatever that's put above the Most High Yahshua. Any vices that we all have, because like Solomon said, every man knows the plague of his own heart. So anything is that's all these things are vain though, really. But and that heathen is pretty much mean godless, man. So that's why that. Why does the heathen rage? Let's read this again. Psalm says, "True. Why do heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?" So yeah, exactly. But what's not vain is this walk. Is the Most High house. Our walk with the Most High house. This our life, man. Our this because this is life and death, man. But that's why even in the same chapter he says choose life, honestly. But Jeremiah 8:3 says man shall choose death, man. Not not only for eternal the eternal judgment things that nature or hell, even on this side, man. Because even without, because with the Most High house there's not life, man. Because a lot of people have breath, but not the breath of life, honestly. That's why Proverbs 21 and 16 says what it says. Pretty much the walking dead, honestly, without the Most High house, man. That's why it's like the Sixth Sense, the old M. Night Shyamalan movie that came out 26 years ago with Bruce Willis, and when he said I see dead people, that's it, man. Honestly, or that old movie with what was it with Rodney Piper? I forgot where They Lived, or it came out in 1988. We had on the glasses and saw the people that was regular people, but they was dead, man. That's how it is, man. Life without the Most High house shot, man. So let's grab this second address real quick, and how pretty much that heathen is godless and pretty much imagine vain thing. But let's get second address chapter 2 verse 34. It says And he's in Israel's talking. I mean, Ezra's talking to Israel. He's talking to like Israelites here, man. He's talking to our people. And therefore I say unto you, O ye heathen, that you hear and understand. Look for your shepherd, because heathen means godless at the end of the day. That you look for your shepherd, and he shall give you everlasting rest. And then Yahweh said that. Isn't that part of the gospel witness, testimony, new covenant rest when the word is dwelling within you? Honestly. So different from the rest during the time, but like Moses and Joshua, like the land, like that was temporary, but this rest is eternal. But everlasting rest, and for he is nigh at hand, and that it shall come in the end of the world. So in that and that came in Hebrews 1:1, like that the last day started when Yahushua died, man. So so yeah, man, that's just what it is right there, man. So yeah, so it says favor is deceitful. Proverbs 31 verse 30. Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. Yeah, and that's not only just talking about natural women, man. That's talking about like Jeremiah 6:2 as well. But let's get this Ecclesiastes. Then we're gonna get Luke. Then we're gonna close out, man. Now we can go many other places, but I got some stuff to do. Ecclesiastes 12 verse 13, it says, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. That's it. That's our purpose as men, honestly. Purpose as people with this, like, honestly, but of course men and women, but that's our purpose, man, honestly. Like, that's all his creation, but that's is what it is. So and what type of is to serve, and what type of servants shall we be, man? Because Most High Yahushua don't need me. That's why Paul says, listen, I run man made obtain, at least I be a castaway. Luke chapter 17 verse 10. So likewise, when ye shall have done all these things which are commanded to you, saying, we are unprofitable servants, we have done all which it was our duty to do. Yeah, exactly, man. So that's the duty, man, and that's the spirit that we should have, man. Because listen, the Most High House doesn't need me. It does not need Omar Sharif Hendricks, man. Honestly, like because this word was here eons before, eons before me. During while I'm here, during I'm living, and like when I'm going, man, that's just what it is. I'm like, show goes on, man. Like, even that's the thing too about like, that trip. I remember watching, listen to like, I think his podcast still out there, but one of the first comedians to have a podcast was Moran Zio Vance, comedian out of Carolina, man. Very funny, man. I haven't watched him or listened to him in a long time though, but on his old podcast, he said something one time. I was listening to the episode, and that's really hit me. It's like, yeah, man, even naturally, right? Even outside, because one thing about like death, right? It's just like, it's weird because like, like life goes on after you die, man. Because a lot of times too, like you think like, this sometimes like that's why the word says, "Why is earth and ashes proud?" Like sometimes you can even think like it stops like when you die. No, the people will keep going like and keep it keep going like it is what it is. Like that is what it is, man. Like the world it just keeps going, man. Even after you pass away, man, this life just keeps going. And that always stuck out to me, but I mean, it's the truth. At the end of the day, it is what it is. But it's like, yeah, it really said meditating on that. But pretty much that goes to show you why is earth and ashes proud, like Cyrus said. And that's why Abraham said, "I'm earth and ashes." But even too, like nobody's bigger than like the program. It's the Most High House show. The show must go on, man. Nobody's bigger than them, man. So it's about them. So like now like with this though, living according to having faith, living according to promises, and believing on the Most High House, as Scripture said, through the witness, the testimony, the gospel, the new covenant, we can live forever, man. So that's just what it is, and then like inwardly the kingdom, when the word is inwardly, but also the physical kingdom where you can live in righteousness and righteousness forever, as what Solomon says. But that's just is what it is, man. So yeah, man. But that just goes in to show you that this is not a vain thing, man. It's not vain at all, man. Like all these other our own will, our own desires, and our own lusts, like is vain. Our own pleasures, that's vain. Like even the whore of Babylon, that woman, that beauty is vain. Like, and that kind of the whore of Babylon, and that just pretty much is akin to our own will, lust, desires, and things of the world. That's vain. But the Most High House is not vain thing, because this is our life, man. Because the Most High House is life. So when you follow Him, you're following life. But that's just what it is. And that's what he said. But many he that doesn't have the Son, doesn't have life. So It's just is what it is. Father and son, but hopefully it's edifying, man. So that's why I casting cares and casting you know that's another thing too. Like Romans, I was looking at Romans the other day, and it says, listen, like, the Most High house I can give you to your own affections, like, but like in that affections is different, like, there's nothing like, compared to the Colossians, what Colossians says about casting your care and affection upon heavenly things, man. So that's just what it is, man. Hopefully this is edifying, man. So peace.